Here's why you play X.Borg, the Firaga armor in the EXP lane. First off, he has 2 life bars, making him incredibly durable in fights. He can restore his armor by attacking enemies, allowing him to stay in battles longer. X.Borg also deals true damage, making him effective against both tanks and squishy targets. On top of that, he's immune to crowd control when losing his armor, giving him extra survivability. However, X.Borg is very vulnerable and armorless, meaning he can easily be bursted down if caught at the wrong time. Heroes with high burst damage or DPS can destroy his armor quickly, forcing him into a weak state. Additionally, high mobility heroes can easily dodge his fire-based attacks, making it difficult for him to land consistent damage. X.Borg's passive, Firaga Armor, grants him an extra layer of defense that absorbs incoming damage. If his armor is destroyed, he rolls in the target direction of the joystick and becomes armorless, gaining immunity to damage during the process. His armor slowly regenerates over time, and when it reaches full energy, he re-equips it. Additionally, X.Borg's fire damage heats up enemies, and those at max temperature drop Firaga supplies when hit, which he can collect to restore his armor's HP or gain energy while armorless. X.Borg's first skill, Fire Missiles, sprays flames in the target direction, dealing physical damage multiple times over a short duration. If an enemy reaches maximum temperature, they take true damage instead of physical damage. When in armorless state, the skills are longer but narrower range and deals reduced damage. X.Borg's second skill, Fire Stake, launches stakes that land at the edge of a fan-shaped area and pulls enemies toward him when retrieved. These stakes also collect Firaga supplies along the way. In the armorless state, the stakes have a longer range but are placed closer together. X.Borg's ultimate, Last Insanity, makes him charge forward while spinning and spraying fire, dealing continuous damage and slowing enemies. After a few seconds, his armor explodes, dealing massive true damage based on the percentage of the enemy's max HP. If the armor is destroyed before the explosion, the damage is reduced. When the explosion occurs, X.Borg dashes away, removing all debuffs. A typical skill combo for X.Borg is to start with his first skill to poke and heat up enemies. Once they are near max temperature, activate his ultimate in a team fight, dealing damage while closing the gap. Finally, use his second skill to pull enemies back toward him before his armor explodes for maximum damage. Moving on to builds, I usually build Warrior Boots, War Axe, Immortality, Ice Queen Wand, Brute Force Chestplate, and finally Athena Shield. These are the emblems that go along with this build. As for battle spells, the best battle spells for X.Borg in my opinion is Flicker or Petrify. Flicker helps for better repositioning and escaping danger, while Petrify helps keep enemies in place for his ultimate explosion. X.Borg dominates fighters with low mobility such as Terizla and Aulus as they struggle to dodge his continuous fire damage. His first skill allows him to poke and kite them while maintaining a safe distance. However, X.Borg struggles against fighters with high burst damage like Martis and Dirov as they can quickly destroy his armor and leave him vulnerable. Marksmen with high DPS such as Brody or Melissa can also shred his armor from a distance before he can get a chance to regenerate it. X.Borg pairs well with burst damage heroes like Karina and Martis as his AoE damage weakens enemies, making them easier to finish off. He also works well with CC heavy heroes like Tigreal or Atlas who can group enemies together for his ultimate explosion. You should max first skill first as it is his main source of poke and true damage. Upgrade second skill as a backup as it helps with crowd control and armor restoration, and most importantly upgrade the ultimate whenever available. X.Borg thrives in long sustained fights where he can poke enemies and regain his armor before engaging in an all-out battle. Always use his first skill to harass enemies in the laning phase, especially to charge up his passive. His ultimate is most effective when used in crowded fights, so try to engage when multiple enemies are grouped together. If your armor is low, farm minions or jungle creeps to restore it back before committing to a fight. Use the second skill strategically to pull enemies back into the ultimate's explosion or to gather Firaga supplies for armor recovery. When facing burst heavy enemies, avoid overcommitting when armorless. Wait for your armor to regenerate before diving back into the battle. Lastly, be mindful of high mobility heroes as they can dodge your fire-based attacks, making it harder for you to deal consistent damage.